regular tabletop position today. So face any direction that you want, hands and knees. And then take the hands about one hand's length further forward. And take your knees just a slight hair wider than what they are, just kind of on their own. Now exhale, slowly sit back towards your heels. Think about trying to keep your hands where they are for as long as you can. And take a couple of breaths, just inching your hips back further and further. Stretching from your underarm to your back, to your sitting bones, to your hamstrings. Nice deep inhalations, let the folds of the elbows work to turn in and the intention to turn up, just to broaden the back. Nice deep breath in, nice deep breath out. Really try to pay attention to how your body feels, how it's moving, what's not moving. On the next inhale, slowly start to rise. Bring your shoulders as far forward of your wrist. Don't sink your belly. Try to keep it strong. And then again, sit back as far as you can. Exhale deeply. Again, look for that length. It's not just going to immediately happen. Wiggle your glutes around. Take a breath or two. And now on the next inhalation, rise up. This time, bend your elbows so that the folds of your elbows turn forward. So you're bending and kind of tucking your elbows in. And then start to glide your pelvis forward and just think about sinking it towards the floor. We're not trying to press up for height. We're just setting the pelvis down and forward, just enough to feel a little bit of stretch. You'll probably feel it more in your lower back than in the front of your body. And then as though you're being pulled up through your tailbone, bring your hips back, draw it back towards the heels again, and take about 2 to 3 breaths. Nice deep inhalation. Really focus on the release of the exhalation. Nice deep inhalation. Focus on the relaxation of the exhalation. Inhale, rise up again, bend the elbows, tuck the elbows in, step the pelvis down slow. So feel free to bend the elbows as much as you need to. Now just think about bringing the head a little bit up, just a little higher. Hold that, palms pressed firmly. Nice deep breath and just go as far as you can. Let the elbows bend as deeply as you need to. And on the next exhale, being pulled back, hooked by the tailbone, draw it back. Wiggle the hips back, try to maximize the space that's available. Really lengthen through the underarm, arms are stretching. Now infuse your breath through your body. One more breath. Now inhale, rise. This time just rise to tabletop. Slide your hands back under your shoulders, your knees back under your hips. Right leg out to the right, sole of the foot grounds to the floor, toes are forward, back is broad, belly is picked up. Exhale, slowly sit back towards the heel behind you, keeping the right foot flat to the floor the best that you can. Just go as far as you can. And then inhale, rise up. As you rise up, flex the foot and lift the leg. And then lower it back down, ground the foot. Exhale, sit back. Inhale, rise up. Lift the leg at that last second. And then set it back down. Exhale. So we're going to do this about 3 more times. So when you're about 75% of the way up, lift the leg, just pause for a moment, and then exhale. That breath is calm. There's a natural pause after the inhalation that you're just taking advantage of here, feeding right into your practice. One more, you're going to lift and stay lifted. Hold it. Now let's pulse the leg 10 times. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take the leg, swing it all the way around to the left. Rest on the outer edge of the foot. Now press with your right arm and curl towards your extending, stretching leg. Just trying to open up the right side of the body. Doesn't have to be a big stretch or an intense one. Now inhale, unwind the leg all the way back over. Plant the sole of the foot to the floor, nice long spine. Open your left arm to the left, so that's the opposite arm. Hold it. Think about keeping a super long spine, watch the rounding. Now exhale, thread your needle. Come down and through, rest towards the side of the head the best that you can. Use the base hand, just gently press the torso open. There's that upper back and shoulders that you may be discovering are a little bit more restrictive. On your next inhale, arm draws up towards the sky. Take the top arm and just let it drop back. So we're encouraging that upper chest and a little bit more of a rib cage rotation. Rule of thumb is no matter what you do, you have to still be able to breathe. Really follow the edge of the exhalation to fall into any restriction and give your body some time to melt a little bit. Exhale, top arm plants back to the ground. Take your bottom arm and bring it all the way up to the sky, the best that you can. Hold it. Exhale, lower that arm down. Tuck the leg in. Downward facing dog, exhale. Spread the fingertips wide. Walk your dog. Make peace with your calves here this morning. Use your breath. Awaken the areas of the body that still feel a little stiff, a little rigid. And then when you're ready, exhale, drop back to tabletop position. Left leg out to the left, ground the sole of the foot to the floor. So we'll do 6 times. So dropping back towards the heel, exhale, just nice and slow. There's that inner adductor stretch. Follow your body, follow your breath. Inhale, rise. And now when you rise, you're gonna lift up the extended leg and just pause for just 2, maybe 3 seconds, and then drop the foot down and exhale, return. The key is, can I sync my breath with the movement so it doesn't feel rigid? Two more. Last one, we're going to lift and stay lifted. Crossing long through the arms. Here we go, 10 pulses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Drop the foot and anchor it. Right arm out to the right, so arm towards me. Long spine. Exhale, thread your needle down and through. Just go as far as you can. Give your spine a few moments for breath. Give your rib cage a few breaths to find space. So use the volume of the inhalation. Use the intention of the inhale, breathing in, expanding into the lungs to help you make some room in those sticky tight areas, those parts where around the ribs it's just not moving. Now if you'd like to, top arm can come up and just drop it back, encouraging the chest to open as long as you can stay calm with your breath. Exhale, lower the top arm back to the floor. Inhale, open the bottom arm all the way up to the sky. A little bit more of a challenging rotation. Looking up, forward, or down. Exhale, lower that arm down. Bring the back knee in, curl the toes under, downward facing dog. Noticing the areas of the body that just feel like they're not rubbing smoothly next to each other. It's almost like one part is double-sided tape and the other side doesn't really want to be. Notice your mental relationship towards those areas of the body that are stuck, tight. Don't have as much fluidity as you'd like. Is it forceful? Is it aggression? Or can you try to use your breath and go, okay, what am I feeling? What does this feel like right now? This is the moment, this is what I get. Can I move through this with an intention of trying to create space? Even though it may not happen exactly the way I want today. Now on the next inhale, drop your knees to the floor. Curl the toes under, bend the elbows, look up, cow's pose. Exhale, slide your hands forward, sit back towards your heels, devotional. Nice deep breath in. Nice deep breath out. Find your breathing here. Inhale, rise up to tabletop. Grab your hand weights. So staying in tabletop, you can use one or two hand weights with that right hand. I'll let you decide what you want to use. Nice broad back. Grab my timer here. One arm chest fly. So keeping the fold of the base elbow facing forward. So we're not rounding out in the back body here. On the inhalation, arm opens up to T, shoulders stay squared down. Exhale, lower down nice and slow. So we're going to go for a minute. Just see if you can mindfully attune yourself to your breathing. Pelvic floor engages, feel the glutes engage. Lower belly engaged. Chin is tucked in, so if we're working those upper traps, or upper shoulders, usually our daily posture when we come to something like this encourages the chin to screw out. Well, if you're trying to engage and work that upper back, help with rounding, help with shoulder stability, you want to keep the chin tucked in. 20 counts. One more. All right, drop the weights down. Take your left leg extended straight back. Take your right arm without the weights and bring them straight up. So you're gonna open towards me. Exhale, thread your needle again, so you're going away from me. Drop it down. Press firmly through the heel behind you, squaring that hip down. So almost automatically the hip is gonna try to open because it's like you're laying on your side. I want you to try to close the hip down. Now that right lower back has a little bit more of a pull. But roll the shoulders open, but not the hip. You may get a little bit of pinching in that base knee because of the psoas. Maybe extend the top arm to the sky, maybe extend it to the corner of the mat behind the head. But no matter what you do, push a little bit through the heel that it's extended. Notice if at any one point your mind goes, okay, yep, I got this, I know, and then it shuts off. It stops exploring, it stops paying attention. All right, palm back to the floor. Unwind your bottom arm all the way back to the sky. Inhale. exhale, tip that arm down to T. Square off the shoulders, base fold of the elbow forward. Now really pick up through the lower belly and lift your back leg. Only lift it as high as you can keep the belly from dipping. Steady, stay square, arms at T. Lift the back leg as high as you need to. Feel free, fingertips even on the floor. Breathe. Exhale, lower the arm down, but not the leg. Curl the back toes under, lift the leg into split. So come up, down dog split. Open the hip to start. You're gonna be a little close. You can scooch that leg back if you want, or just stay where you are. Open the hip to start without spinning on the bottom foot. So feel free to bend the knee. Try to trade as much evenness through the arms as you can. Now exhale, close the hip down, but keep the foot floating. It's like you're hugging your inner thighs as much as you can. Nice deep breath in, and nice deep breath out. Lift the heel just a smidge higher, you got this. Exhale, back down to tabletop. Flip the hands around, thumbs on the outside, pinkies on the inside. Nice open palm, just like you would your toes. Nice broad back. Exhale, lean back, pushing through the pinky side of the palm. So just try to open up the wrists a little bit here. Flip your hands down. Flip this way. Yeah, you got it. All right, inhale, bring it up. Now flip the hands over, tops of the hands to the floor. Not as much pressure you're gonna feel. Lengthen up through the elbows, but rotate the arms, fold of the elbows, try to point forward, which might be a challenge in itself. Press your thumb and pinky nails down, and just lean back enough to create a little bit of openness. So think about this stretch as like a keyboard stretch, and the first one as like a steering wheel stretch, or a hammer stretch, or a pencil stretch. Whatever it is you're gripping. Now curl the toes under, sit back towards your heels as best as you can. You don't have to sit on them if your feet aren't ready for that. Interlace the fingers together, turn the palms up to the sky, draw the shoulders down and back, try not to let the ribs pop forward. So if you need to be up off of your heels, that's totally okay. Inhale through the nose, and exhale through the nose. Now arms drop down behind, interlace the fingers, roll the shoulders together, lift your heart, pull your sternum forward, pull your thumbs off your sacrum and look up. Inhale, come up off your heels to full kneeling, fist to sacrum. So find your sacrum, that's that flat board feeling area, not the lower back. Press down on your lower back, your sacrum. We're pulling the sacrum down, like you pull your pant down a little bit. Let your pelvis slide forward, let your glutes engage, expose the hips, and just lean back enough, pulling your shoulders in. I'm either gonna commit chin to chest. If my neck will allow me, I can drop my head back. It's not a, I have to do this or this. It's whatever you feel like it will work for you. Inhale through the nose, variation of camel. Exhale through the nose. Let's go 4, 3, just opening the body, 2, and 1. Exhale back into tabletop. Back into downward facing dog, just briefly, nice deep breath in. Think about lifting your pelvis off of your shoulders, nice deep breath out. Nice deep breath in. Exhale, drop back to tabletop, grab your weights. Single arm chest fly on the opposite side. So you choose 1 or 2 weights, base arm folded the elbow forward. Again, broad back, shoulders are square. You find a rhythm that works for you. Inhale, fly, the arm open, and then exhale, slowly bring it down. This is all about control. Soften the jaw, tongue off the roof of the mouth. Keep the chin tucked in. one more. Exhale, drop the weights down. Tabletop to start. Extend your right leg, that's the leg closest towards me, back. Inhale, arm you were just working with, that's your left arm. Bring it up to the sky. Breathe, think about stacking your shoulders. Exhale, thread your needle down and through. Drop it to the side of the head, so we're taking the hip of the extended leg and trying to bring it down, which if that lower back, QL psoas, is tight, especially on that left side, your hips are gonna go whoo, and then sinking that floating hip down. Think about rolling the chest open, not the hip open. So this is the difference between I'm going to twist something or I'm gonna roll it up. So we roll up, a burrito, we roll up, an air mattress, we twist a wet towel. Inhale through the nose. Now if I want to change that top arm, bring it up, tuck it back, corner of the mat. Usually that'll play a little bit with the underarm and the lower back a little further. This is about what feels good on this side, because you can be completely routed differently on one side versus the other. Sometimes the word pinching is a descriptive word because of that restrictive rib cage. It's just the tissue stuck together, that's it. Use your breath. All right, let's take that face hand, bring it back down in front of the face. Inhale, bottom arm becomes the top arm one more time. Bring it all the way up to the sky, open it up. Exhale, drop the arm down to T. Shoulders are square, lift the back leg up, you decide. Hover, balance. Exhale, drop just the arm. Curl the toes under, lift the knee. Downward facing dog, feel free to scoot your stride a little bit longer and the hip can be open to start, that's okay. All right, now try squaring the hip down, which usually plays more into the bottom hamstring. Hug the inner thighs. Keep breathing. Exhale, lower that foot down, rock downward facing dog. Nice deep breath in. Nice deep breath out. Nice deep breath in. Walk your hands back towards your feet, standing forward bend. Feel free, bend and straighten the legs a few times. What do you need to do to help your body get caught up with where you are right now? On the next inhale, walk it back out into plank. Feel free, knees are an option. Broaden the back, hug the legs, tuck the chin in. Now exhale, drop your left knee, so it's left wrist, left knees, left toes. Open it up into side plank. Now as you open it up into side plank, we're gonna try to balance here. Think about your tailbone dropping between your legs, so now that hip flexor has a stretch. Slowly bring the top leg up, flex the foot so the foot is parallel with the floor. So now we're in our lateral hip. Roll the top chest open. Sometimes it's easier to balance on just your foot and your hand here. And then maybe take that top arm up to the sky. Try to press into all of the knuckles on your bottom hand and find a focal point. Okay, listen carefully. Bottom toes are going to spin back as you slowly bring yourself up, arms to T. Let's move to the right. Drop the right arm down. Slowly relax the shoulder. Palm can face up if you need to. But that left arm returning from the shoulder, that way the shoulder doesn't catch. Take that top arm up, and I can either just reach, turning my head down, especially if that bothers the neck. I can bend the elbow and just elbow myself, elbow the ceiling. We're just trying to create space here. So sometimes that top arm extended is just, it's kind of like over the edge feeling. So if you want to reach, that's great. If not, just tuck the arm, and all you're doing is shortening the arm. That's all you're doing. Inhale through the nose. Try to find where you need openness here. Is it more down the groin? Is it more down the side lateral hip, or is it into that QL lower back again? It's almost like what takes your breath away. Pull back just a hair beyond or behind that, and then hold there. Crossbar, Parigasana. Now on your next inhale, reach the top arm just temporarily. Roll yourself like you're trying to square your shoulders with your foot. Really pull your belly in and reach your arm as strongly as you can. Hold it 5, hold it 4, hold it 3, hold it 2, hold it 1. Inhale, bring it all the way back up, all the way back down. Turn the foot into plank. Nice deep breath in, and nice deep breath out. Nice deep breath in, lift your hips up just a hair, pick your left hand up just a hair, and slide your left leg forward, pigeon. So it's that same leg that was on the bottom. All right, adjust the foot as you need to, square the hips, unroll the back toes. Let's come upright first. Inhale. Lift the sternum. We're stretching through the groin of the right leg, leaning into the right hip even a little bit. Hold it. Now exhale, wave your body forward and come into that resting pigeon. Adjust as you need to. We're going to try to hold here for just a little bit over a minute. Nice deep breath in, and nice deep breath out. See if you can try to slow your breath down a little bit more purposefully here. Inhale, rise. And as you rise, rock into the hip of the front leg. Slide your back leg forward and come into bound angle. As you come into bound angle, nice and tall, crown of the head towards the sky. Exhale, bow forward. Rock to release the glutes, elbows towards the inner thighs. If you want to slide the arms forward, that's fine. 3 breaths here. Inhale, rise. Draw the legs together. Move it up into standing forward bend. Adjust the feet, bend and straighten the legs. Come back into the body. Feel your feet grounded. And in your standing forward bend, bring your weight into your left leg. Inhale, bring your right leg up towards the sky the best that you can. Try not to roll or twist in the base leg. So if you look at your left leg, it's pointing straight forward. The ankle isn't collapsing in. The knee is not collapsing in. Now use the strength of the glute to help lift the back leg. Use the strength of the core to help bring the torso in towards the leg. Now if I walk my hands closer towards the foot, if I start to hold on to my ankle with one hand, if I lift my hands up, now this becomes a balance pose, so you choose. Exhale, lower that leg down to meet its opposite. Pause here for a moment, one leg might feel longer. And then when you're ready, shift your weight to the right and lift the left. I don't care if it's an inch off the ground, or if it's 7 inches off the ground, or if it's 5 feet off the ground. Inhale. And exhale. Now you can even use your right hand and kind of roll the calf out a little bit, which might change some of those lines behind the leg. Think of it like pulleys. Breathe. Exhale, lower that leg down. Bend and straighten the legs a few times. Bend the knees, jump, step, or walk the feet, straddle. Feet are parallel. Exhale, bow down, hugging the hamstrings together, lean a little bit forward. Slide your arms out in front even. Open through the underarm. Inhale through the nose. And exhale through the nose. Inhale, bend your knees as much as you can. Look forward. Think about sitting on a super low bench. Just bend as much as you can. Inhale, lengthen the legs, arms slide under the shoulders, rotate to the right. So rotate towards the window, runner's lunge, step it back into plank. Inhale, hip bones tip in, feel free to be on the knees, fingertips nice and wide. Treat your hand like you would your foot. All right, right knee down, you're opening towards me, variation of side plank. So it's all about the pelvis here in this transition. I'm tipping my tailbone under, I'm drawing my belly in so that I can stack my hips a little bit easier. Bottom arm rolls out, top leg lifts up. Flex the foot, breathe. Roll the top chest open once you find a focal point. Take that top arm to the sky. You got this. All right, now spin the back toes towards the wall behind you, lift it up. Crossbar, Parigasana. Let's move to the left. So when you're ready, you're sliding off to the left, lower the bottom arm down, no direct pressure on the knee. From the shoulder, rotate. Otherwise it's just a wrist turn and then you feel like, why do I have a brick wall on my shoulder? So it's a full rotation. Arm comes up. I can just reach to the sky all day long. Eye line can be down or up. I can bend the elbow. And now I'm continuing to create a little bit more length. I'm trying to drop my body weight a little bit to the left, or I can extend the top arm. If you have that shoulder pinching though, keep the elbow bent. Inhale through the nose, now draw the belly in. If I slightly roll my shoulders down, or if I try to roll it open, I'm shifting from front hip to side hip to back hip. You decide. Where is it like, okay, I gotta focus here. Where your mind almost says, choose something else, please. Inhale through the nose. And exhale through the nose. All right, now on the next exhale, really draw your belly in. Shoulders are going to try to square a little bit towards the floor. Really, really, really draw your belly and reach your arm like there's something on the counter that you have to grab. Hold it. Inhale, roll open slow. Pause. Inhale, bring arms up to T. Windmill down the opposite way. Spin the bottom leg. Plank. Stay with me. Down to the floor. Nice deep breath in here, unroll the toes, roll it up nice and slow, cobra or sphinx, pull the elbows back. We're looking for extension, we're not looking for height. Lengthen through the toes, draw the shoulders in, see if you can get the triceps to kick in. That's that pull back on the hands. Breathe. Exhale, lower down. Press back to your heels with the intention of keeping your hands where they are. Bhaktasana. Wiggle the hips back. Usually that last 20% of your way back. Mentally, you have to step in a little bit more. Otherwise, it's like, oh, I'm just going to slide back to plank. I want you to try to create traction. I want you to try to actually create length where there isn't any. This is the whole reason why yoga is a mindful practice. Now, from devotional, as you rise, take your right leg and slide it into pigeon. So we're going to come up to the fingertips, slide the right leg forward, adjust as you need to. It's not always a pretty transition, and that's okay. Square it off. Inhale, come into upright pigeon. So now this is about lengthening the front of the body. Lean into the hip of the back leg. Lift your sternum. It's almost like your shirt is so tightly tucked on the front of your body that when you try to bring your torso upright, that shirt is just restricting you. So I want you to try to untuck that super tight shirt on the front of your body. Spin the folds of the elbows forward, pull the shoulder blades in, breathe. Now exhale, lengthen as you lay forward. You can adjust the front heel, keep the thigh bone pointing forward. It might take a couple of breaths, even a little bit of time, to kind of find that sweet spot. It might be like 5 breaths. Okay, now when I have a little bit more wiggle room, it might be 10 breaths, and it's like, oh, I can adjust a little bit more. So I challenge you, as you're here in Kapotasana, to not let the idea of a resting pose bring you to a point of complacency, where it's like, okay, I'm just going to be here. This is the difference between yoga and everything else. Inhale, rise up. Rock into the right hip, slide your back leg forward, back into bound angle. Nice and tall, up through the crown of the head. Exhale, bow forward when you're ready. Maybe elbows to the inner thighs, lengthen out through the chest again. Find your breath. Inhale, sit tall. Knees come together, feet to the floor. Lengthen up, standing forward bend. Feel the feet grounded. Feel free again to bend and straighten the legs a few times. Once you feel like you're connected with your feet again, bring your weight to the left leg, right leg rises, standing split. So it's not just my leg up and I'm just going to hold it on until she says to bring it down. I want you to reach through the ball of the foot. I want you to use your core muscles to draw your torso a little closer towards the leg, even if it's just you're thinking about these things happening. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. This whole idea of comfort zones doesn't mean we jump off the cliff. It means we explore the boundaries that we have, whether we've set them or somebody else. This is an exploration. And we can't do that. We can't find new things if we keep doing things the same way every time, showing up the same way. Just shift a little bit different. Move your body weight into the ball of your foot a little bit more. See if that changes something. Move your right hand a little closer towards your leg. See if that changes something. It's the tiny little shifts. Exhale now, bring the top leg down. Mindfully feel that foot hit the mat. Give yourself a moment, acclimate, adjust. And then when you're ready, shift your body weight to the right leg. Lift the left leg. If you just did that, do the opposite. Keep your base leg from spinning and dumping inward. That may mean you have to grab the ankle and the shin and kind of guide it into an external rotation. Is my weight actually even in my foot, or am I more to the outside edge or the inside edge? These are things that you can easily adapt and work towards. Press into the feet. Inhale, heels lift high. Unwiggle the shoulders. Roll the spine down. Take the strap, slide the legs out of the strap, and then slide the right foot or left foot into the strap. Opposite leg extends down. So I can hold the loop of my strap, or if you'd rather just fold the strap over the foot, that's fine. So however you want to work that is just fine with me. All right, flex through both feet. Free leg is going to anchor into the floor, bent or straight, you decide. Lower back has a nice little natural curve. Now flex through the upper heel. Think about hitting the ceiling with your heel only. It's okay if the knee is bent. Slowly bring the leg in, centimeter by centimeter, much smaller than an inch. And the second I feel a turn up in stretch, an increase in experience, I want you to stay there. So the mind will override it and go, oh, but you can go so much farther than that. And then we'll feel the need to have to pull it even closer. I want you to override the humanistic mind and go, okay, I have an experience right now here that's good. I need to work through this, I need to breathe through this, I need to let this pass. Then I get to pull the leg in. So this whole power of self-control comes into these tiny little experiences in our own practice. Inhale through the nose, and exhale through the nose. Now soften the shoulders, feel the back of the neck long. Am I having an experience through the back of my leg? That means the arch of my foot all the way into my sit bone, even sacrum. Now take that leg, hold on to the strap with the same hand as the leg. Open the opposite arm to T. Now anchor through your opposite side of your body and drop the leg open. Just go as far as you can. Excuse me. Reaching through both heels. Okay, so now here's a fun little test. Let the strap go and hold the leg where it is. Hold it 5, let it just sit there. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take that strap with again, bring the leg back up. Happy baby. Bend the knee, I can hold the strap. If that helps me a little bit more, slide the knee towards the underarm. I can grab for the foot with one or both hands. I can hold the foot and hold the strap. So find what works. Again, the chest is broad, the shoulders are broad. The heel is finding a place that feels right for the hamstring stretch. So if I pull the heel in and kind of knee my armpit, it's going to feel a little bit different than if I try to stack my heel over my knee. Neither one is right or wrong. Inhale and exhale. Slide the leg back up, stretch, pause. Bring the bottom leg up to meet the top leg, switch feet. You decide. Free leg is either bent or free leg is straight. As long as I can keep a nice little curve in my lower back. Flex through the heel, reach, drop your shoulders. You did the work today, you showed up, you've made it to the mat, you've connected with your breath. Don't lose that connection now. And as you start to, centimeter by centimeter, bring the leg in, how much can you fine tune your own awareness? Where we're going from blanket awareness to this very strategic laser point awareness. Noticing the fine, small, little things. And then we practice self-control. Can I stay within that moment, let that tiny little thing that feels insignificant in a way to my egotistical mind, and I would much rather find something bigger, can I just stay with that small little thread? And then change, and then shift, and then move in. Inhale through the nose. And exhale through the nose. Okay, let's bring that leg out to the side. So open it up, hold your strap however as you need to. Anchor through the opposite side of the body, arm can come to T. Doesn't matter where the leg opens to, we're trying to hold that, reach heel to heel. Breathe. Soft jaw. Okay, let's try to let that strap go, or at least let up on the holding. Let's hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that leg back up nice and slow. Once you're vertical again, happy baby. Slide the knee in and under the arm. Breathe. Adjusting to your body's type. You can get rid of that strap if you need to at this point. Let the leg extend back up towards the sky, and then drop that leg to the floor. Windshield wiper the legs in and out a few times. Just feel that little bit of hip rotation, hip movement, and then settle your legs into a space that feels as though they can just be heavy. It's like there's no even struggle anymore. And then broaden out your shoulders, even if they feel broad, just purposely find a little bit more space between the shoulder blades. And then arms either open up away from the hips, out to T, Y, W, anything that feels natural and right, so that the shoulders aren't fighting against you anymore. Now exhale through the nose completely. Inhale, take an abundant inhalation. Really bring volume into your breath. Now this is like the last I'm gonna try. And then as you exhale, breathe out, nose or mouth or both. I will come around with some China gel this morning. If you'd like some, just stay as you are. If not, just palms down. But as you rest here, as you breathe here, I want you to hold the intention of showing up today just a little bit more consciously. This isn't about trying harder. This isn't about being more than what you were yesterday.
works for you, whether it's reaching or drawing the knees in. This is kind of a not thinking type of movement. And then once you do that, roll to your side, roll to your right. It's going to be an absolutely beautiful day. We are so fortunate for this amazing day. And then as you sit tall, bring your hands to your heart, thumbs touch the heart center, head gently bows. Offer gratitude for the day, for everything that's awaiting you. Thank you so much for coming to practice this morning. I hope you enjoyed it. And until I see you again, which I hope is soon, from my heart to yours, from my soul to yours, namaste.
Namaste.